What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha. Nice to meet you all. Get in here because you've got quite a bit to get on into. So we're going to go ahead and talk about TYLA, but specifically this A-pop era that she's been teasing since February when she won the Grammys, and she was feeling herself. I mean, as she should. She was feeling herself. She was at an all-time high, and she was like, you know what? My fans need new music. Yo. Okay, and we definitely did, that's for sure. TYLA has some really great songs that I listen to on repeat. It makes me want to wind my waist. It makes me want to go out to the clubs. But bitch, I'm not really at the clubs, but it makes me want to go to the clubs just to hear a TYLA song so that I can wind my waist and really just get my life, okay? I feel like with TYLA though, however, I don't really get a lot of depth when it comes to a TYLA project. I don't walk away with, again, depth from her music videos or her songs. I think that she's just a very pretty girl, and maybe it is like a pretty girl curse along the way. I don't know. I think there's different elements here, but maybe it is like a pretty girl curse where she's got the teeny tiny waist that a lot of people are aspiring for. And also, first and foremost, everyone chill, okay? Like, it really isn't that deep. I feel like there's some people who are obsessed with, like, they believe that TYLA has the best proportioned body. I'm a TYLA lover down, but at the same time, I do not encourage weird rhetoric. Like, that's just so unhealthy for obvious reasons, right? TYLA is gorgeous though, conventionally attractive. She looks good. Her outfits a lot of the times look good, and she knows that. She walks with confidence. She walks with swag, that's for sure. So I think that with this album, I expected it to be something of depth and substance, and something where I'm like, oh, you know what? This bitch really cooked in the studio, and she gave it her blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm sure she did, but it just still felt very empty for me. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 standout songs, one being That Girl, which we're going to talk about because it has some controversy right now. I mean, talk about AI slop. Talk about AI slop. Like, what happened to just like giving it your all? How can you give a great song, a song like That Girl, the music video you gave it? But we're going to get into that in just a second. I love me some TYLA. Again, I feel like she makes me want to get up and dance, but like, we still need more from TYLA. We do, okay? So A-pop, to my understanding, is short for African pop, okay? In interviews, TYLA has basically said that she's not one of those girlies who want to be boxed because she can't be tamed like Miley Cyrus. She didn't say all of that, I did because I'm extra, right? But like, basically, you can't put her in a box because she's always going to have an amalgamation of different sounds in her music, which I personally do enjoy.
I don't know what it's gonna become. Nobody knows what it's gonna become. A-pop is just, it's just something that came to me, you know?
Yeah.
And it just makes so much sense. Like, I've always wanted to be this pop star, and I think that I just hate being restricted and limited and I hate following rules. I hate being polished. You know what I mean? And for a long time, I felt like I had to be something. I had to be something in order to be a pop star, but that did not make sense to me. And I feel like I really wanted to tailor pop to me instead of tailor myself to be pop. And that's why it's A-pop. I bring the A to pop. It's African pop. African music is pop music. And now that I have been given this opportunity, I really wanted to extend the idea of what a pop star looks like from Africa. So yeah, I thought A-pop, I bring the A to pop, so let me do it.
A lot of people don't feel like she should be put into like the Afrobeat artist category at the Grammys because a lot of her music feels very much just like trendy pop girly music. She should be with like the Sabrina Carpenters, the Ariana Grandes. I really don't know. Either way, she keeps sweeping. She does sweep every time at the Grammys when it comes to, you know, best Afrobeat performance. I think a lot of people don't like TYLA for different reasons. The whole Rihanna of it all, the whole messy Met Gala encounter that she spoke about on her TikTok. And because a lot of people see Rihanna as like pop royalty, like, how dare you say such a thing about our queen? I love all of these women that I mentioned, by the way, in today's video. I'm a huge fan. Definitely have been a huge fan of Rihanna. But I feel like it rubbed people the wrong way when she made that TikTok video, because people are like, girl, it's not too late to delete this video because, girl, you are trying to embarrass Rihanna. Like, what was the aim here? So you already pissed off quite a lot of people with just that encounter. I think the whole colored conversation is something that she has already explained. In South Africa, they use the colored term is something different compared to in the United States. It's not so united, right?
So when I learned about what it means here, I was like, whoa, like, this is going to be a difficult conversation to have.
Yeah, right.
Because in South Africa, we also have a derogatory term. So I feel like if someone were to come to our country and say they were that, I get why it would, you know.
Be triggering.
Very triggering. So, yeah, I feel like just having a lot of conversations and learning more about it, I know that being colored is like my culture, you know, it exists in my context. but I'm also black, you know, like being colored is something that happened through a lot of pain. Our South African history is very painful.
We've been over this. I feel like she's explained it, but people are still attached to that and feel like, oh, this girl is doing way too much. How dare she come into our country? There is some xenophobia in there too. Let's keep it a buck. But let's go back to A-pop, right? Because again, this has been an album that has been teased since the beginning of this year. A whole bunch of colors, neons, it's going to be fun, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Baby, it felt very empty to me. It did. And I've already listened to the album, I want to say 2 or 3 times just to confidently make this video, mind you, okay? There were a couple of songs I'm like, okay, cool, love this, love this. I was really disappointed, to be honest with you, because I had high expectations and because I do love me some TYLA. Right? It just felt empty. It felt like, you know, when you say to someone, oh my God, that person cooked in the studio, it didn't feel like that when it came to TYLA and this project. And I don't know, maybe it's like her having a new team and, you know, one of the labels she signed to is Hype. Yes, Hype, the K-pop label. I'm still really confused by that, mind you. I don't know whether they promised her X, Y, and Z. TYLA is a girl who is constantly in our faces on different algorithms, different platforms, but she doesn't necessarily chart the highest. And I know charts aren't everything, but let's be real. When TYLA is going to a meeting, a label meeting, oh baby, they want to see those numbers. And with A-pop, it didn't necessarily do the best, at least in the first 2 days. And listen, some albums just got to grow. Some of them are a grower, not a shower, okay? So TYLA and her team have found themselves in some heat this week as TYLA released a music video for her single, That Girl. And the music video was very lazy. It was AI. And there was literally zero creative direction. I don't even understand until this day what the hell is really going on. And why does that woman have 6 fingers? They really played in her face. They really tried it. What was the budget? I have a bazillion different questions. I'm so disappointed. That's a good song. I'm gonna need her to reheat this nachos, go back to the drawing board and make it shake, make it do something else, because that's a good song. That visual was very lazy. And what is going on with people relying on AI? Honestly, at this point, this video was probably directed by Sky Jackson. Why? Because you can't spell Sky without AI. Thank you very much. The different versions of TYLA in the music video look different in every shot. It was just very confusing for me. And I don't do well with confusion personally. We need to like up the budget. Because my thing is, if you're partnering up with Hype and that's just one of the labels, they should be throwing money at you. Like, are we believing this artist? Because she has the potential. Girl, I'm confused. Also, why are we not hiring actual professionals? TYLA posted something. I can't remember on what platform it was. I'm paraphrasing here, but she was basically saying that like, you guys always have my name in your mouth kind of thing. Like you guys are always talking, you was basically always hating. Well, yes, not me necessarily, but people, sure. But I just feel like this time round, listen to what people are saying, girl. Like, listen to what people are saying. At the end of the day, you didn't give people a genuine, legitimate music video. And it also felt more like it could be a lyric video, or it could have been like a visualizer, although a visualizer is a bit more repetitive. I don't understand it. This is very lazy. And the fact that you just thought that fans were going to eat this up is madness to me. You could have done better. This is one of the standout songs from the album. You know it's a standout song because it's one of the first songs you're pushing from this album as a single. So you know that it's a heavy hitter. Why give it a lazy music video? Maybe she didn't have full on control, I don't know, but maybe the next album will be better than this. At the end of the day, you can only go up from here, right? TYLA has great songs that I still listen to, that I play when I'm in the shower, that I literally, oh my God, I hate to admit this, but you know what? No, I feel like we all do it. At 2 a.m., sometimes I'm not sleeping. I'm actually literally dancing in front of the mirror, getting my life, because what other time will I be doing it during the day? If there was a time to prove everybody wrong, because you're just that girl, period, and because, listen, people can't deny the good music, it would have been now. I've been listening to TYLA interviews, and she said that like she's constantly you know, removing songs, adding new songs. The album was meant to finish at this point, but then it finished at this point. Like, she's constantly changing things. What was the theme from this album? She's really going crazy with promoting A-pop, but it's still not translating in sales, and it's not even translating in streams. And that's where I'm like, okay, there's a massive problem here, because we see this woman everywhere. She looks good. So how come there's still a massive disconnect? She was on like a ItzKeisha stream, pretending to go on a date with him, giving him good eye contact, and everyone's going crazy. Mind you, I feel like she looks like everyone like this. She'll probably even look at a burrito like this. She's going and performing at different places. I mean, who's even doing Good Morning America, right? Like, she's doing that. She's doing that, and she's trying to have her music on your phone for you to listen to. But are you actually listening, guys? And I also feel like all of the neon-ness of the promotion for A-pop didn't really match the songs. Or is it just me? But you know what? She still had a really good, phenomenal year. She has won a Grammy again. She performed at the World Cup with Future. She performed the national anthem, I think, for South Africa. She's still booked and busy. You can't deny that. But I think that she actually is a confusing artist. And that's something that I actually never really deeped until I got ready to make this video. I was like, actually, wait, TYLA is still someone who's probably trying to figure it out. I mean, she's only a few years into her career, so that's bound to happen. She's still in her early 20s, guys. And maybe think, how do I want to be, what do I want to be remembered for? What effect do I want to have on people? Because as much as I love TYLA, for me, the effect that she has on me is that she makes me want to get up and dance, which is still a great thing, by the way. But it's like, I know TYLA wants more, because in her interviews, you can see that she wants to be one of the best. She wants to be one of the greatest, and she knows it takes work. I need people to spend more time giving us cohesion, you know? I miss when artists would give you a solid, clear theme. Are you going to remember TYLA in the next 5 to 10 years? I hope so. I really hope so. And I hope that she's still willing to perfect her craft. And in that same breath, at the same time, she's still in the right rooms. That's for sure. But, you know, she has a single called Water. Make me sweat. Make me harder, make me lose my... Oh my God, it's still a bop. You know, I remember where I was when that song first came out, and every time I play it, it still makes me just want to start shaking my ass. And it's like, damn it, babes, it's 2 in the goddamn morning, sleep. Do you know what I mean? You know, speaking of water, all that water she's probably used for this AI flipping music video. I want to know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. What do you guys think? And yes, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.